I have with me Member of Parliament, that is Amisi, to help us digest some of these issues. And we welcome you to be part of this show and this discussion by calling in or engaging with us online. The numbers are going to be displayed on your screen as we carry on with the discussion, and would like you to, participate, whether it's via calling in live into the studio, or you can also send us your messages, which we're going to be reading through, and that's via social media. The hashtag is Morning Express KTN. If you'd like to tweet, it's at KTN News, or you can tweet me directly, and that's at Michael G. Gitonga. Welcome, sir, and good to have you.
Thank you.
And, let's start off, first of all, with just where we are. And in terms of a country, looking at the Supreme Court ruling that was given some time ago, and on the 17th, we go to the polls. Your assessment so far as Member of Parliament for Saboti?
Thank you. Thank you, Mike. As a country, I think we are at a crossroads. We are celebrating on one side, having had an historical judgment, and we are also disturbed by the aftermath of the Supreme Court verdict, in which case the IBC has not yet been able to comply fully by the judgment, and that's where we need to focus.
They've not been able to comply fully?
The judgment was that this election, the past election for presidential, was not conducted in accordance to the provisions of the law. And for us to move forward as a country, or for the next election, we needed to correct the mistakes of the past. We needed to put our house in order, find out where did we go wrong, why things never worked the way we ought to be, and call all the stakeholders together. And then from there, we move to the next election. But before that, we'll actually be basically repeating the same mistake we've done, and we will definitely get the same results.
Okay. Do you feel like you are duly elected as Member of Parliament?
I am duly elected as a Member of Parliament. The people of Saboti came up in large numbers.
But it's the same system that was used to elect you, that was used to elect the president, so why the difference?
Yes, it is the same system, it's the same IBC, and there are so many seats that have also been elected, the Member of Parliament, MCA, Women Rep. Now, the focus here was on transmission of results. What happens at the constituency level? We get results from the polling station. It comes to the constituency level from all the polling stations of that particular constituency. It is transmitted to the constituency tallying center. And then it is from there that we also get the presidential results. What happened in the presidential results, it was on transmission. And remember, this case was based on how the results were transmitted. And that's why the NASA fraternity wanted the results announced at the polling station to be the final results. And the question was the transmission of the results done in accordance with the layout procedures and within the laid out constitutional laws. And the Supreme Court found that this was not done. There were a number of things that were violated by maybe knowing or unknowingly with some IBC officials, and that's where we are stuck as a nation because of the transmission of results.
But now the question is, now that there are those anomalies and the presidential election was null and void, why do you feel like you are duly elected, yet it is the same IEBC, it is the same scheme system? There is no difference between your election and that of the president.
There is a big difference. Why? There is even the results that are announced is not even the same form. In our particular electoral area, which is a constituency, we use Form 35. So the forms are even different. The results, when they are announced, you have your agents, they oversee the whole process. The results for the presidents are transmitted differently, and the results for the Member of Parliament are also transmitted differently. Even the paperwork is also different. You have Form 35A in the case of the presidential campaign, and you have Form 35B in our case, and the 37 and other cases like that. So the transmission of that to the Member of Parliament was actually different. If it was coming as a whole, as a block, to the tallying center, to the main tallying center. Remember, I was not announced as the Bomas of Kenya. I was announced at the constituency level as the winner. So the tallying process of the member of parliament, the governor, MCA, was totally different for from the presidential. And remember, the focus of this election and the more elections, past elections, has been on the presidential. It's a high premium we've put on the presidential campaign. So if there is any rigging, any malpractice, is always focused highly, on the more pronounced on the presidential election.
All right.